and welcome to episode 10 of They Tried to Bury Us, my series on FM24. And coming up on today's episode, two games for you. I'm going to show you the game against Hanley Town at home in the Northern Premier League Division 1 West. I'll then run you through all the transfer business we've done up to the end of January, and we'll then show you the away game in Northern Premier League Division 1 West against Newcastle Town. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Hanley Town is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Hanley Town, and it is right in goal. A back four of Dwyer, McGee, Coletta and Eames. Heath behind Reeves and Davis in midfield. Loureiro on the left. Burns on the right. And Harrison Poulter up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to tell them to play like they did last time, and says if they do, then we'll do well. Yeah, I'm going to agree with him. So I'll point the finger and go with that. So let's get out and see if we can grab yet another win. So we'll get the match underway. As always, first 10 minutes, we'll see how it goes. But there is an immediate highlight, and it is ours. There's less than a minute gone. Hayes cross, and the header is over the top, and it is out for a goal kick. Can we get another opportunity early doors to potentially take the lead? 10 minutes gone. I am going to encourage the boys, see what happens. They have largely reacted quite well to that, but now it is Kamara for our opponents with the ball forward into the area, played back to Kamara, who shoots, but thankfully straight at right in our goal, and the highlight comes to an end. So I think maybe a demand more this time might be the shout. So we're going to do that. 28 minutes gone, and actually Stalybridge have been almost as good as us. But we win the ball back, although they've turned it over again. Although it's in their own half. O'Grady to Thorpe, and Platt has been dispossessed by Dwyer. McGee, and we can build from here. Back into our own half for Coletta, who finds Haid. Haid's ball forward deflects off the defender and back to him. Crossed in by Haid, and the header is over the top from Johnson, and the highlight comes to an end. So far, we are the better side, but it is 0-0. Webster with the throw-in to Shaw. We're forcing them backwards, but they're still in possession at the moment. Webster to Shaw again. Ball forward finds Ataluku, and Platt finishes it off, and it's Stalybridge 1, Bury 0. So now we've got it all to do. Demand more. And Dwyer with the corner into the middle, headed away. McGee back to Loureiro, who can't keep it down, and the highlight comes to an end. We are going to need to make changes at half time. Poulter is not having a good time out there at the moment. Loureiro back to Haid. Haid into the area. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. But Woodward is able to clutch it out of the air. And I think I'm looking at Dwyer and Poulter as the half-time changes. Davis to Reeves, into Loureiro, and it's deflected past the goalkeeper by Conor O'Grady for an own goal, and it's 1-1. 41 minutes gone. Doesn't really change too much. I still am not happy with that first half, as Ataluku comes forward, gives it straight to Haid though, and we can build again. Reeves back to Heath, onto Davis. Long ball forward is cut out, but Reeves wins it back. Loureiro to Davis, and he shoots wide. And the highlight comes to an end, and with it half time, 1-1. Don't like what I just saw. I am going to take Finley Heath off. In fact, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take Martin Davis off and bring on Andy Martin. I'll move Che Lorero into a central midfield position. It's not ideal, but given that it's a Mazzala on attack, he should be okay. And in fact, I'll swap them round so he's on the right-hand side. And let's also bring on Holland Wilkinson for Johnson. And I'm going to have to save the third change. It will be Stanton for Haid. I'm just not going to do it yet. We will demand more. We absolutely cannot settle for a point. Even though we are top of the league, because they are only 9th in the table. This is not a good result. We need a win. And I am now going to take... In fact, I'm going to let this highlight play out first. Heath's ball in. Header away. Reeves back to Holland Wilkinson, who curls the shot over the top of the crossbar. And the highlight comes to an end. Now, Palmer with the throw-in. Gets it back. Palmer's cross. And Wright is out to grab it. He's done well. What's he going to do, though? Is he going to bowl it out? No, he goes long. Boots it down the middle. We lose the header. Hellawell plays it forward. Ataluku shoots. And it's gone through the keeper into the back of the net. And they lead again. Stalybridge 2, Bury 1. This is not the result we need. Haid's going to have to come off for Stanton. We're going to have to go attacking as well. We're going to have to demand more. There's nothing else we can do. We've got just over 15 minutes to try and salvage something. But at the moment, it looks like we're going down to defeat in this one. Our first defeat of the season, if it does end up being a defeat. It's looking increasingly likely as we enter the last 3 minutes plus stoppage time. There will be 4 added minutes. It's not a lot. And there's not even going to be a highlight. And there is the full-time whistle. Stalybridge Celtic 2, Bury 1. I'll be back with the second match of today's episode in just a moment. Okay, well, it is the 1st of February. And time now to round up the transfers we've done since the start of the season. So the last one you've actually been formally introduced to was Finley Heath. So Harrison Poulter, you've already obviously you've met, but let's take a proper look at him. Signed on loan to cover an injury up front. So let's have a look at him. He's made a really good start. He's 4 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential, obviously a striker, and he's played 12 times for us already and scored 9 goals. And as you can see in the Northern Premier League, Division 1 West, he's made 9 starts, 3 sub-appearances and scored 9 goals. And in the Northern Premier League Cup, he's got 2 starts and 3 goals. So incredibly prolific in the early stages of his career with us. And gives me a headache now that both of our star strikers are fit at the same time. How do I include them in the same lineup? Next signing was Declan Drysdale on a free. And he is a no-nonsense centre-back, central defender, wide centre-back or ball-playing defender, and is very much going to be a part of the squad going forward. He's only made one appearance so far, but he is going to be massively important going forward. So delighted to get him in. He's 3.5 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential, and 25 years old. So we've got him at his prime. Next in was Connor Teal, who you've briefly been made aware of. He's another central defender and 3.5 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential, 22 years old. So again, somebody else we've got at a really good stage of their career. Hasn't played nearly enough games for somebody with his level of ability. We need to make sure that changes. And finally, Louis Story, another free transfer and another centre-back. So we've managed to address the lack of depth in that area. And we've also compensated, I've not mentioned the heights of the others, they're all over 6 foot tall. He's 6'3", so another big central defender. And one who is again going to be massive for the second half of the season. So those are the transfers we've done, and I'll be back with the second match of today's episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time it's a trip to Newcastle Town. Team for this one: Wright in goal, back four Dwyer, Teal, Drysdale and Haid. Heath behind Davis and Reeves in midfield. Burns on the left, Loureiro on the right, and Poulter up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks if we carry our last performance into this match, we will do well. I'm going to agree with him this time, so we will point the finger and go with that. And let's get the match underway and see if we can get a second win of today's episode and keep this remarkable run of form going that we're on. We're currently 9 points clear of Leek at the top of the table. Hyde United, Bootle and 1874 Northwich right behind them. But it is Newcastle Town with a free kick. Sherratt, and it's deflected, but was on target. So it's Jack Sherratt's goal, and it's Newcastle Town 1, Bury 0. So I'm going to demand more. This is not the start we needed. We haven't done well recently responding to conceding the first goal. So we really do need to get one back very, very quickly indeed. But it's Adu Jamphi who is dispossessed, but it falls to Sherratt, the scorer of the first goal. Topless to Stubbs to Sherratt. Norris back to Simpson. Burks finds Jordan and Hurst. They're in down our right-hand side, but Dwyer wins it back. Teal to Dwyer. Down the line to Burns, who is going to hit a crossfield ball, picks out Haid with an absolute superb cross. Haid's cross and the downward header from Sam Burns takes his tally for the season to 25. It's Newcastle Town 1, Bury 1. And we are back on level terms. Can we go ahead and turn it around? Sherratt gives it away to Poulter, finds Reeves. Loureiro on the right. Plays it back to Drysdale. Loureiro again down the line. In fact, it's a curled in ball for Poulter. And that's Poulter's 13th of the season. And it is Newcastle Town 1, Bury 2. So we've managed to reverse the deficit within a couple of minutes. And we are now 11 points clear of Leek at the top of the league. How are they doing today? They are level with Widnes. So we need to keep an eye on the Widnes Leek game. Could do with Widnes taking the lead. But that seems unlikely at this stage. And now it's Dwyer with the corner. Header away. It's laid back for Loureiro. And he's gone past his man. Feeds it to Dwyer. Dwyer back to the edge of the area, clipped in, and Martin Davies heads it in for 3-1. And that should mean we go in at half-time with a comfortable lead. And now it's Teal at the back, picks up the loose ball, finds Dwyer to Heath. Davies into Poulter, finds Burns. Laid all the way back to Teal. Into Davies. Teal to Dwyer. Davies. Heath lets it run to Drysdale, finds Haid. Forward for Loureiro, infield is Reeves. He's played it back into his own half and Drysdale, long ball over the top, finds Loureiro. Pulled back to Haid, finds Heath. Laid off to Dwyer, who clips in the cross, and Reeves' header hits the bar. Highlight comes to an end, and with it the first half. Newcastle Town 1, Bury 3. So into the dressing room. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And let's see, do we need any changes? Ideally, no. But I think Billy Reeves is going to have to come off for Luca Woodhouse. And that will do for now. Although, actually, Cole McGee is going to come on for Declan Drysdale as well. And that'll do. So into the second half. We've only got one sub remaining. So we're not going to use it for as long as we can get away with. Now, Haid with a throw-in. Loureiro crosses it in. Headed away only as far as Dwyer. Dwyer gets to the byline, pulls it back. And the goalkeeper, Carter Rogers, has made the save. We've got the corner. And Dwyer with the in-swinger, headed away. Teal puts the defender under pressure. He gets it clear, but Woodhouse will keep it in. Feeds McGee to Teal, and the highlight comes to an end. As we close in on the hour mark, Sherratt now with a free kick for Newcastle. Crossed in, Wright is going to claim that all day long. And bowls it out for McGee. Forward to Woodhouse, lays it off to Loureiro. Haid, back to McGee. Haid again. This time goes for the crossfield ball, picks out Burns. Laid off to Dwyer. Goes for the forward ball down the line. It's cut off by Hurst. Jordan, and now Evans to Burks, who loses out. And we can build again. Heath to Teal on to McGee. Woodhouse over the top finds Burns. And that's a penalty. And it is going to be Poulter from the spot. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And it is Newcastle Town 1, Bury 4. Apologies for the cough there. And we're into the final half an hour. And I'm wondering actually whether I might need to take Heath off instead of McGee. Possibly. But Davies is also equally unfit. As Sherratt takes the corner, deep one, headed away. Finds Loureiro. Loureiro for Bury over the halfway line. Infield is Poulter. Feeds Loureiro down the right again. Loureiro holds it up. Crossed in. And Martin Davies makes it 5-1. So I think that's taken away any jeopardy about the result. And I think what we do is take off Davies and bring on Holland Wilkinson. As Poulter comes forward down the right hand side. And Haid now to Woodhouse, back to McGee. Ball over the top. It's got a bit of spin on it, goes to the right. Poulter to Loureiro. Pulled back to Davies. laid off to Burns. Burns shoots and finds the back of the net. And it is Newcastle Town 1, Bury 6. We've got 15 minutes to go, a 6-1 lead. The game's absolutely won. And now it's Woodhouse with a free kick and Carter Rogers with the save. So corner to Bury. Dwyer to take it. Into the area. Header away. Holland Wilkinson outpaced by Evans. So he gets himself into a position to stop the counter-attack. And the highlight does indeed come to an end. 10 minutes to go. We lead 6-1. The game is absolutely done and dusted. The thing we don't want is an injury or a red card. So I'm going to tell Teal to hold off challenges. So we're going to ease him off tackles. And I'm also going to do the same for McGee. So we're going to make him ease off tackles as well. As Loureiro plays it back, the cross comes in and the header is over the top and the highlight comes to an end. And we're into the last couple of minutes of the match, leading by 6-1. It's absolutely done and dusted. There's only 2 minutes of added time. We're already well into that. And there is the full-time whistle. Newcastle Town 1, Bury 6. I'll be back to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode in just a moment. Okay, well here is the league table. No surprise that we are sat proudly atop of it with 20 wins, 5 draws, just the 2 defeats from our 27 matches so far. And we are 12 points clear of nearest challengers Leek and a further point clear of the next 2 in Bootle and Hyde United, and Northwich are 3 points further back again. So I think you can probably look to those 4 as our only remaining challengers. And let's take a look now at when we're going to come back. And I am going to play all the way through to the end of the season. And I'll show you the final 2 games in the Northern Premier League Division 1 West, where we'll be away to Clitheroe and at home to one of those aforementioned challengers in Leek Town. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.